Lotus. I saw this list from user Screenwriter NY, and I want to say they got third place in the Saturday challenge. So the goal of this deck, if you haven't seen this before, it's an Aspiring Spike creation, and the idea here is we are utilizing Amulet of Vigor with not only bounce lands, so when the bounce land comes into play tapped, it untaps, you make mana, and then you pick up the bounce land, so it's good with that. We also have like Grazer to put bounce lands into play. This is effectively +1 mana if you have an amulet. Same with like Explore, can be plus more mana if you have multiple amulets, Azusa. And then the synergy here is Amulet and Timeless Lotus. So Timeless Lotus enters the battlefield tapped, taps for 5 mana. If you have an amulet in play, it just replaces itself immediately. If you have multiple amulets in play, which you will most of the time because you have 4 amulets, 4 gardens to copy, and 4 sagas to find them. So if you have like a Lotus with 2 amulets, that's +5 mana. Lotus with 3 amulets is +10 mana, so on and so forth. We have rings to find our combo pieces along with ancient stirrings. And then Karn is kind of our big kill condition. You can get Filigree Sages, which combined with Lotus makes infinite mana, because you pay 3 to untap the Lotus. Lotus taps for 5. Infinite non-blue mana, I should say. Which notably does not give you infinite Golos activation, so that's something to keep in mind. But you can find just like a second Karn and a Walking Ballista and go from there. And then, some other Karn sideboard cards. The other win condition here is Door. So the magic number here is 19, because 19 is 4 for Karn, 5 to cast the Door, with 10 floating to activate the Door. So we're trying to get to 19 mana. And we can show people the Door, as it were. And that's pretty much it. I mean, the rest of the sideboard, there's a Gigantha, because you do make a lot of mana. There's an Emrakul for the mill matchups, and another basic for Blood Moon, and a Boseiju. This is kind of like a package deal against Blood Moon. And then a couple of copies of Escape to the Wilds, which is exceptionally powerful because, like, if you have 2 amulets and a bounce land, this is effectively only costing you 1 mana because you get an additional land this turn, which means that you're playing the bounce land, which generates 4 mana off of the amulet. And, 1 mana, exile the top 5. You can play those cards. Really, really powerful. So it does make a lot of sense. And then, yeah, there's Goloses too, because we are generating, mana of each color with Timeless Lotus, so that can give us multiple Golos activations. There's also a Lotus Field in here, which looks kind of odd, but the idea is if you have multiple amulets, you can play Golos, get Lotus Field. Each time it untaps before the sacrifice trigger, you can float the mana and then resolve the sacrifice trigger to make a bunch of mana that way. So that's the deck. Let's do it. Why the sideboard for us? Blood Moon. How do you win? A very, very classic question. You just figure it out. You see, if we had a Mindslaver in our sideboard, the games would be a lot easier, because people would just instantly concede to that. I have an amulet and a bounce land. I'm going to keep. This hand's good. Please don't Thoughtseize my amulet, though. Are they dead turn 2? Perhaps. They might be dead turn 2. That's a lot of mana, so... This is only +1, right? So right now... 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Yeah, we have 6 mana right now. Zeus's 4. No, because you spend 3 and get 4 back. Rude! No, because I want to keep the bounce lane in hand. Now it might be better to do that. Yeah, so I guess we just go here. Here. Pick up this, play this, pass. And then if we find some way to blow up the binding or another amulet, we can kind of chill from there. I think this is better, though. Because, again, I want to keep the... Ideally, I want to keep the bounce lane in hand. Now that they've killed the amulet, I don't mind having it in play. Like, I could keep that one in my hand. I think I'm just going to play Explore. Try and find another amulet. That does work. Do we play the bounce land? So I can go Turf, pick up Forest. And then next turn I have 5 mana to play Escape. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then we just have to hope to hit hope to hit a bounce land off of the escape. I will disrespect my opponent. Get what we deserve. Taste it, buddy. Taste it. Sometimes you just gotta show him who's boss, you know? You just gotta show him who's in charge. Territory. A lot of zoo today. Mucho zoo. Alright, 2, 4, 5, escape. We did certainly hit a bounce land here. Okay. Trying to think if there's a way to get multiple amulets. Well, I mean, I guess the way to get multiple amulets is just go Gardens, Forest, double amulet pass. Yeah, that's fine, right? And just kill them next turn. We're in no danger of dying. I don't want to cast that. I'll cast this. Your turn. Yeah, I kind of figured they had a second binding, but even if they have a third one, we're fine, because we have this plus this. You thought about playing a Persist, Troll, and Archon version again for coffers. Nah. You just don't need it. You really don't need it. What? Why did they kill the Grazer? What the hell? I'm confused. I mean, in their defense, this card was going to kill them. Nobody has ever beaten an Arboreal Grazer in their lifetime. There's no way. I just died to Calibrated Blast Witch's Cottage. Alright, submit. We figured out why they killed the Grazer. Oh my god. Oh, not like this. Not like this. This is gonna have to be an 0-1 drop. This is definitely gonna have to be an 0-1 drop. Yeah, what a Chad. And they say Aspiring Spike doesn't create the metagame. This is just two Aspiring Spike decks dueling. This is just dual deck Spike versus Spike. They should honestly, WotC should market that. They should just make a dual deck series of just a bunch of Aspiring Spike decks. They really should. People would buy it. I mean, hell, I'd buy it. I guess the problem with that is Spike just plays a bunch of expensive cards, so they'd have to reprint, you know, they'd have to reprint rings, because he plays that card in every deck. I think they should make modern challenger decks. I mean, the problem with that is reprints, right? It's like, how do you balance getting enough playable cards into the deck to make them quote-unquote tournament ready, while also not reprinting a bunch of expensive cards? Like, that's not an easy thing to accomplish. The Deckmaster set. I do recall something similar to that. Tear ass. Kind of surprised they didn't kill this one. A little surprised. Oh, oh, never mind. They killed the right one. I'm just dumb. Whatever. Go. I wasn't gonna use the min anyways. I thought they killed the other one for some reason. Alright, if we kill this one, then we're gonna have a problem. So please don't do that. What if they made Challenger decks 125 and just had a modern ready deck minus fetches? Well, that's the thing. It's like, what exactly would you classify a modern ready deck without fetches? You know? I'm gonna do some math here. 1, 2, 3, this, land, ring. I guess that's as good as we're gonna get this turn. Right? Pick this up. I guess we have 5 mana. Yeah, but if I Golos, what am I Golosing for? I feel like it's just better to play Ring now. Well, what if I also just pick up Forest, play Ring, and then I could use this for my Burst of Mana next turn? I think I like that better, actually. Yeah. Golos into Ring? How am I going to Golos into Ring? If I Golos, I have no mana floating, and then Golos only makes 2 mana. Furry. Are you saying Timeless Amulet isn't modern ready? Well, it is, but the problem is you can't like make a modern challenger deck that has 4 copies of the Juan Ring. At least I don't think they can. I don't know what they're. I mean, it's not like reserve list or anything, but people would get really pissed off if they were like, "Hey guys, you know those cards that you just spent $300 on? Yeah, we actually just put them at a precon. Oh, you're out $200? Yeah, I don't give a shit. They can't do that. All right, they're probably dead, right? Are they dead? Oh, they're probably dead. Let's do this. 2, 4. Um, so Golos with no mana floating. I guess we just go Golos, Bounce Land, Karn. There's not really a ton else I can do here, right? Get this. Golos Fields. Well, the problem is the field is in my hand, right? What am I getting with Karn? I do have to be a little bit careful because they can blast me for 15. I go to 4, then I go to 2. So I guess I'm still not dead. I will get probably just the Ballista. Get Crypt. Oh, in case they like put the Shadow in the graveyard and then Witch's Cottage it back on top. Guess that's fine. Yeah, I could buy that. I feel like there was maybe something better I could have done that turn, perhaps. I didn't really think it through too much. I'm just kind of vibing. Okay. So this is going to kill Ring, I would guess. Which is fine, because we can just Karn for another one. Yeah, Doomwake thinking, challenge level impossible. I never think. Again, this stream is all just vibes. It's all just good vibes. That I don't really care about. Activated abilities can't be activated, by the way. Kind of care about that. Sort of. If I Boseiju the Binding, I don't get protection. Blue, red, green. I could go. So 2, 4. This is potentially 10 mana. I could just spin and see where that goes. And then worst case, I'll still have 3 mana floating, so I can still use Boseiju on either of these if I need to. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just do a little spinning. We do a little spinning on this channel. We'll spin to win. And I guess I'll keep the Lotus Field in play, right? I already have another bounce lane in hand. Spin. Float those 3. We hit a Karn and an Explore. Let's guess this. It's pretty good, too. Do that. I can play one more land this turn. So one more land is what, 8 mana, right? 2, 4, 6 with 2 floating. I can also Golos for +1. Blue, green, black, blue. But I can't make red and white, right? Blow up their lands. I don't have a Sundering Titan. How am I blowing up their lands? This would be really easy if I had a Titan. Can't you double Golos? How am I double Golosing? I think I want to do this. Yeah, I want to do this. Mostly just because I want to gain the 2 life. I know I could Boseiju this, but I really want that 2 life. Okay, that's pretty good too. So now we can just go here. There's too many windows open. I can't. Way too many windows. Get out of here with the windows. Alright, 6 mana. Pick up this. And then we can go Boseiju here. When I get the ring with Karn directly. Because I wanted the 2 life off the Mite. Like, every point of life matters when they're dealing me 15 with Calibrated Blast. So I think it was very important to get the 2 life there. Yeah, I know. I guess the upside of getting the ring under the binding is it would have given me another trigger, a protection trigger, but I was just going to do this anyways, right? Like, I'm just going to cast a second ring. They're now at 6, and I have a 3-4, 3-5 in play. Just saying. I'm attack you. I'm going to attack you. They kind of have to binding this, right? Yeah. Play the forest. I already played my land for the turn, did I not? Pretty sure I don't have a land drop left. We'll do the Nassif strategy, just like fervently, furiously click on the forest post-combat to see if I have an extra land drop. A classic Nassif strategy. Yeah, remember, I played the Lotus Field that turn. I played the Lotus Field first and then the Simic Growth Chamber. Or at Rot Farm. I played a bounce land this turn after the Lotus Field. The Forest and Paper. True. Alright, we're Rod. Good deck. What a great deck. Oh, man. You see, chat, the problem with Calibrated Blast is that it's just a little too good. Just a little too good. They're putting a Scion of Draco on top. Nah, I'm good. Because I want to get their Blast anyways. Alright, draw now. Ooh. Now we're cooking with gas. That's probably just lethal, right? Maybe. It's kind of impressive, this deck's, like, ability to not generate lethal in spots like this. Yeah, they blasted Karn. But we should be able to figure it out from here. I'm gonna click some buttons, and we'll see what happens. I'll let you know when I figure it out. So, I guess I should probably Stirrings first, in case we hit another Amulet. Which we did not, but that should be good enough, I think. 15, 18 mana. Yeah, we can just boring Ballista them out. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. We did it! We did it! Woo! Alright, cool. Get door. I didn't have enough for door, right? Oh, I could have escaped first. I could have went for a door kill. You're right. I should have went for door. I'm not giving the people what they want. Streamer, why you no get door? Streamer, no get door. Yeah, no content. I mean, you don't come to this channel for content, alright? My content sucks. You're not here for the content, you're just here for the hangs. Don't want to hear about it. I wonder if this deck should add a Cauldron to the sideboard so you can use whatever mana to activate Golos. Ooh, that'd be kind of based. I have an Amulet. I have potentially another Amulet. This hand's a little sus, but I think it's good enough, right? It's got a bounce land, it's got an Amulet, and then some stuff, and a payoff. I don't know. Looks fine enough to me. That helps too. That equals second amulet. Unless they kill the first one. Cauldron to the sideboard is kind of cool for Golos. I mean, most of the time you're probably just going to be able... Like, if you have multiple amulets, like if you have 3, then you can just go Golos for Lotus Field, and that gets you enough to activate the Karn. Or enough to activate the Golos. So it shouldn't really be that much of an issue, I think, for the most part. It does make Grazer a 1/4. Blocks Ragavan even better. We go Stirrings. Oh, fuck. I forget that this... I always forget that this is just a fucking... what you call it? A Shimmering Grotto. I always forget that. Whoops. I should have cast Stirrings, yes. I forget this thing just makes colored mana, too. Fuck you. Alright, well, now I'll do it. Yikes. I guess I take this. Alright, go. Probably would have been better if I had just cast that Stirrings last turn. You know. Nothing. Honestly, nothing that could have been done about it. Truly nothing could have been done differently this game. Okay. That helps, kind of. I think I should Stirrings first. Let's see what we can find. Those are not amulets. Another Gardens, probably. And then we just go Saga Pass. I think. I don't need another Karn. I don't need a Lotus. Alright, go. So we're 2 turns away from the magic happening. Opponent, I know it looks like we're doing nothing, but I promise you, in 2 turns, things are about to get dicey. Let me tell you. No, never mind. Just kidding, I lied. Can you stop having those? Please and thank you. Probably should have cast Grazer there. I was thinking about saving Grazer for an amulet turn. I'm just going to cast this next turn. Yeah, Modern truly is a turn 4 format. Why'd they shock? Shock pass, huh? Yeah, you're a little late to the party, buddy. How do I do this? So I could just go tap Gruul Turf, play Amulet, use the remaining mana, copy the Amulet, but that play is really bad if they have Binding. So... What if I just go Garden's Ring? Garden's Ring and try to bait the Binding? I think I like that. Nice thing about this is even if they have Binding for Ring, it's not that bad, because they can't blast us now. Might blast us in response. Just the YOLO blast. Looks like they are going to YOLO blast. Well, please don't hit a 15. Hidetsugu consumes all. Good, great, what a great deck. Just great deck. What a good deck. Excellent deck. Yeah, I'll take 3. That's fine. Yeah, I'll take 3. I'm okay with that. She calibrating my blast till I'm... I don't even know. So we draw end of turn. If they Binding, they can't flashback blast now. Yeah. But we can't die because they can only deal us 15, even if they spike it. So... I'm trying to think of what the best way to do this is. Probably just this. Do you think they have Binding? It kind of feels like they do, because they shock the Temple Garden on turn 4, so they can hold up Blast Binding, and then just didn't want to cast the Binding. And the reason they didn't cast it this turn is because they just want to Flashback Blast. But I'm wondering, like, how can I really play around that? I can play Forest? What happens if I go play Forest... Tap Gruul Turf. No, that's not even good. Oh yeah, Blast is double red. That's a good point. Man, I really don't want to go for copy. They can't blast me, though. This is double red. I forgot they didn't have double red. Okay, what if I just went Forest, Amulet, Pass? And then if they Binding, I can double copy, leaving up this. Yeah, I think Forest, Amulet, Pass is good. And then if they Binding, then I can double copy. I think this is a good line. I don't think I need this. We need to play the Lotus. I don't think we have to play the Lotus this turn. Kind of feels like if they had it, they would have cast it. I don't know, man. Are we just going for it? Honestly, it's kind of fine. Because even if they... Okay, they just have nothing. Well, I guess we just win now. So this happens... Yeah, now we just win. Draw. Surely I can't fuck this up, right? Why not play both monkeys? Because I want to save the monkeys for a turn for this turn. 5 amulets, huh? Let's play a Lotus Fields. That's a lot of triggers. Triggers! You should find more amulets. Yeah, I don't have enough. What's the most number of amulets anybody has ever had in play? It's enough with Karn. Should be, yeah. Can we show them the door? I think they're conceding the game. They know about the Karn. Yeah, they're conceding. They don't want to make me go through it. I would have shown them the door if they could. If I could. They didn't let me, though. Tell them to wait. Yeah, you want to concede? Not so fast. They had a bunch of them, or it was because it was a 2 slaughter. I don't know. Yeah, it was a 2 slaughter, so I wonder if that's what has to do with it. That's what it has to do with. Should play more 2 slaughters then, huh? Inspiring Vantage. Do we have a Burn Gamer? You'll love to see it. You see, the Burn Gamers are the real heroes here. Alright, type a 1 in chat if you think my opponent's going to concede to this ring. Well, no concession yet. They also didn't play their second land. Man, I'm having a good time. It's fine. I don't think my opponent's having a good time, but I sure as fuck am. 7, 6 plus 6 is 12. Alright, this is gonna be the most BM shit of all time. This is not the right line, but this is just what we call BM. You ready for some BM? Little early morning BM. I was gonna get the Leveler. Actually, Leveler is probably not even BM. It's probably just the right play. I have a question. Why is the opponent still playing? I don't know. It's a good question. I can't answer that. I would have gotten Leveler. Bruh. Yo, bruh. 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 Well, you see. The sun seems fine. I can work with this. Do they have to see the Titan first or WinCon? A little bit of both. Is there any reason to not expose this to a smash? Like, can I just play Stirrings and try to set up for a turn where I can go Amulet Copy on 1 turn to play around Smash? I don't know if I have that luxury. So how does this play out if I play Stirrings? Turn 2. I have to wait till turn 3 to play the Amulet. Yeah, I just don't think I can play around Smash. It's just like, if their hand is at all reasonable, and I time walk myself twice to play around Smash, it's just so bad, you know? I am gonna do this main phase. Yeah, one land again. They love keeping the one-landers. Or I guess I should say they love not drawing their second land. Golos on top, huh? So if I Stirrings first, this is only 4 mana, which means I can't Lotus. And this is +5 mana, so we should probably just Lotus. This is a win. Isn't it actually a win? Oh, I can just explore first. Let's do this. I'm sure it's a win. It's gotta be, right? So now we can go... Now we can Stirrings. Sure. Guaranteed door. You sure we have enough? We might have enough. I haven't done the math, but we probably have enough. Yeah, well. Apparently they did the math. Cool deck. Good deck. This hand's really good if this Stirrings finds Amulet. Do we YOLO? It's good if it finds Amulet or Saga. Let's try it. You think Multil Amulet? I mean, this hand has a lot of looks at it. Alright, well, it also has a lot of bricks. Alright, go. Yeah, I should have Mult. Yeah, it was just like, oh god, it was so bad. I can't tell you what I was thinking. Well, I mean, I know what I was thinking, you know. Obviously, I want to mana screw my opponent. Pog. They named White. Thank God they didn't name Red. Alright. Go, I guess? I don't feel good about this game. Yeah, they're playing Heliod. Funny enough, this is one of the few decks in the format that can actually beat Infinite Life. You know what doesn't care about Infinite Life, chat? The fucking door. The door. Yeah, I played Besiege Coffers at the RCQ. I went 4-0-2 in the Swiss. Did not drop a match in Swiss. Beat Scam twice, Amulet, and the Mirror. That was actually a really good draw. So I think we just go Gardens, Azusa, play these two, hold the bounce land in case we find Amulet. Your turn. If they play the Heliod, I'm just going to say in chat, I won't attack you. Save them the time. I don't even have a reason to attack them. Okay, they didn't find Heliod. Thoughts on Phyrexian Flesh Gorger and Mono Black Coppers as a sideboard target. That was good. Do we win? I think we win. What matchups would you want a Phyrexian Flesh Gorger against? So 4, 8, 12, 14 mana. What can I do with 14 mana? I could do a lot of stuff with 14 mana. Oh wait, did I miscount? No, I didn't miscount, right? It's 14 mana. I can Ballista for 5. I can just Ballista all their shit, right? Is that good? Kind of like Ballista all your shit. Yeah, let's do that. The nice thing about playing the Ballista here, it's like... not really anything can go wrong if I just kill all of their permanents, right? Just put Door in play. Yeah, I only have red and green mana though. I'd rather do this. I think I like this better. Do I even have to kill the Spike Feeder? I could let them keep the Spike Feeder. Eh, I'll kill it. They should be at 20. I don't know if it's going to matter. I'll just pretend they're at 20. It's not even a big deal. I'm not going to deal the damage this game. I'm not even going to attack them. It's just pointless. It's just irrelevant. Thinking the ward might be good as a finisher against biting, etc. It's just not that hard for them to block it, though. You know, they could just double block it with, like, a Fury and a Solitude and just be okay with that trade. Because they're up so many cards off of the beans with Furies and Solitudes that, like, even if they have to 2-for-1 themselves to trade for it, it doesn't matter. And, like, the lifelink just does nothing against the 4-color deck. Your life total's irrelevant. So I don't think I'm a big fan of Flesh Scorcher. Skyclave's a good one. Did they kill the Karn or the Amulet? They kill neither. They kill the Azusa. Interesting. You can't make this shit up, dude. This is just... This is rude. This is extremely rude. There's only 2 Azusas in my deck, too, by the way. So 4, 8, 12, 13. What do we do now? 13 mana, huh? I don't have a Stone Brain. What if I Metamorph their Skyclave and kill their Heliod? And then I can also play Ring? Level the field. Level the field? What does that even mean? I'm just gonna get Metamorph. I like this. Oh, God, there's so many windows. So many windows. Need to clear out my browser. Too many tabs open. Mana. Mana. I guess I'll Ring first. Might Heliod. This is way better than Mighting Heliod. Did we also play the second Karn? Is there a reason not to? I have 1 land play left. Oh, they don't want to play anymore. Chat, where'd they go? Why did they leave? I wasn't done. Why did they go home? Come back. Why did you go home? You weren't supposed to go home yet. Song should be in bottom left. Yeah, let us play Solitaire. Come back. Get over here. Baby, come back. If you think for long enough with this deck, opponents just scoop. Yeah, they've had enough. They're just out of here. That's the goal. You don't actually take game actions that win the game. You just sit there for as long as possible, and your opponent will just eventually give up. Well, it does have 2 amulets, and a bounce land, and a payoff. It's not the most explosive hand, but I think it's still good. This hand gets annihilated by Force of Vigor, so we have to hope they don't have that card. That is a card that we are never, ever beating. Please don't force me. Oh, God, they definitely have it, too. The fact that they tanked on the Saga, you know they have it. Well, not yet, at least. I'd be shocked if I didn't get Force of Vigor this game. Okay. That's not as unreasonable. Not as bad for us. Sure. We're still bad. Savios. Dude, I am super stoked to go to Orlando this weekend. It's going to be such a good time. I think the plan is we're going to do a short-ish Edison stream maybe tomorrow. They're going to Coco now. Just like, I don't want to do an entire Edison stream, but just a little bit, just to, you know, I'm going to be testing a lot this week. Double Ranger Captain. Okay. Are they going to set Captain? They are not sacking Captain. What they get? Ballista Elf. So 1, 2, 3, 4. God, what do I even Karn for? I have, like, no good targets. Yeah, I guess I could just go play Forest, main phase, Karnstruct, pass. I mean, the issue is they're just going to sack a captain next turn. Need to hold up Boseiju. Why do we need to hold up Boseiju? I mean, we don't know they have Heliod. Also, we're not dead to Heliod, because they can go 3 mana Heliod, 2 mana Ballista for 1, but they don't have enough mana to play it for 2 and give it lifelink, so we can't die to Heliod Ballista next turn. I think I'm just going to make a token. Yeah, that's a good point, too. If I played the bounce land, they can just sack it. They can sack a Ranger Captain in response to the Growth Chamber trigger, which maybe I'd be okay with that, because I got to get through these at some point, you know? It's really hard to beat 2 of them. Another Skyclave is kind of gross. So Skyclave that, play Heliod. Yeah, we probably can't win this game. It's pretty good too. Anyway, this doesn't kill us, right? No, but they can go kill this to get in more damage. Yeah, we don't have any outs. Kill this, attack for 8, go to 10, float. Alright, let's go to game 3. We just don't have any outs. Game 3. Yeah, I don't think I'm sideboarding. Cauldron with Ranger Captain. That is kind of a sick interaction. And just turn, like, all of your creatures into the Ranger Captain ability. Because there's so many matchups where Ranger Captain is just game over. Especially the second one. You sent me my mail day. Exclamation point important. Why'd you get the shitty Greffers, dog? You got rings, though. Alright, play first. I say this as I have the same Greffers. This hand does not have an amulet. Not even close. God. Oh, God. I hate these hands. This is, honestly, chat, this is the main reason why I don't play Amulet. Because I look at this hand, and it just looks so broken to me. Is Amulet just bizarre? It might as well be, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna ship this. Yeah. Did we go to 4? I don't know if we go to 4 here. What does this hand do? It's like turn 1 Gardens, turn 2 Bounce Land, turn 3 Stirrings. I guess it's okay. I guess it's alright. We could also draw a Saga. Play Saga, go turn 2 Stirrings. This hand's just really slow, you know? But, I mean, on 5, you can't be that picky. You have to just take what you can get on 5. Fetch main phase. That's probably the best draw on the deck. Wait. Is there a way... Okay, hear me out. Amulet, Bounce Land, Blue Floating, Grazer, Replay Bounce Land, Azusa, Bounce Land, 2 Floating, pick up Gardens, Replay Gardens, copy Amulet. That works, right? 1, Amulet, 2 mana, Blue Floating, Grazer, replay this, 3 mana, use 3 mana, play Azusa, 2 land drops, Growth Chamber, 2 Floating, pick up Gardens, 2nd land drop, activate. The only issue with that line is it doesn't leave me with a bounce land in hand. It leaves me with a bounce land in play. Is that worth it? Basically, is it worth trading the bounce land in hand to have the 2nd Amulet in play? It's probably worth it, right? I'm just going to go for it, I think. Yeah, I can Stirrings too. I'll have 1 mana left over. I guess they could force the amulet. If they force the amulet, that kind of time walks me. Stirrings first. I don't have enough mana to Stirrings first. Not with this setup. I have to wait until after all of this is done. Because I have exactly enough mana to do all the things that I want to do. Which means I can't Stirrings until the very last activation. I guess I can Stirrings now. Alright. Please don't force me. At least we're not drawing 5 other lands. You need to find a payoff. Watch them just have the force anyways. Yeah, alright. Well, I guess I was never winning. Fuck! I was never ever beating the force this game. Attack! Go! This one's not going well. Yeah, mistakes were made. Arbor Elf. Arbor Elf. Session F6. Just replay the gardens. Yeah. Forget about Giganta. This is like the only game that Giganta has ever been relevant. Go. I'm fucking casting it next turn, though. You gotta better believe that. Giganta, save me. Please save me. Our Lord and Savior, Giganta Christ. Yeah, literal Prage. Yeah, that doesn't kill Giganta. I don't give a shit about that. We're on Plan B, motherfucker. Plan B. Dude, it's actually a bug, I'm telling you. This is the Skyclave Apparition bug. Somebody clip it. This exact instance, and last game as well, when they Skyclave my Azusa and I drew the second copy, I only have 2 in my deck. The only explanation for this possibly could be is that it's a bug. We have video evidence. We have proof. Mismatching Heliod's. Yeah. Skyclave Thoughtseize Apparition bug. I mean, I guess I'll play this. You can go. Probably should have went Growth Chamber plus Gardens. And then I have this in hand still. It's probably better. We're losing this game anyway, so it doesn't matter. Decibel Point, thank you for the 13 months. Lucky 13 indeed. Greatly appreciate that, Decibel Point. Why is there a Lotus Field in your Karun land deck? It's for Golos plans. So when you have multiple amulets, you can Golos for Lotus Field to make the missing colors to be able to activate Golos. Yeah, Papegaphone, I have infinite life, Papegaphone. Yeah. I got it. At least I appreciate that they're just not doing it. Like, they know what's up. They know what's up. I don't know. Go, I guess. I wonder how close we are to just Karn plus Natty Door. 2, 4, 6, 8. Because this can still activate Door, correct? Since the Door activation is not generic. I mean, if we draw Karn, we're not that far off, right? Blue, blue. This is blue, blue, green, green. Red, red, white, white. And then black, black. Yeah. Just fucking Natty Door them. I don't know if we're going to get that far, but... 5/5. I guess I'll chump all I can. Alright, Karn this turn might allow us to Natty Door them. Oh, right, they can just do this. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah, I just bricked off too much. This feels like it should be a good matchup. Although, I don't know. They can, like, if they ever Coco into multiple captains like they did game 2, we just can't ever beat 2 captains on the battlefield. It's so difficult. Tilt, 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 tilt. Gigantha as well. A fellow Gigantha enjoyer. Comrade. I said hi in chat. This hand does not seem very good. This hand also does not seem very good. Yeah, I'm beginning to think this is just basically vintage Bazaar Baghdad, that you just mulligan every hand that doesn't have Amulet. Now, this hand has 2 amulets, so pog. Ship this, and this, I think? The second putback is kind of tough. Maybe it's... Is it ever Lotus? I think it's between Stirring's Lotus. Stirring's can find Ring. This copy here. It's certainly not Karn. It's certainly not Karn. I'm going to put back Lotus. I think it's right. It's close. Karn's like the best card in my hand. No shot on putting back Karn. Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to keep the Stirrings. Because it can not only can it find Lotus, but it also can find Ring, and I think I'd much rather have Ring access here. Ooh, REID's playing a little prowess. Okay, so let's think about this. I could play a Karn this turn. Is that good? I assume it's good. Copy. This. 2, 4, pick up. If I play Karn, what am I getting, is the question. I could E for 1. But also just Stirrings. It's kind of a poor use of my mana. I really wish I had a Golos in my sideboard. A Golos or a Ring. Like, these are kind of the spots where I really want just some kind of, like, card advantage card to Karn for, you know? And the sideboard really doesn't have that. Bridge doesn't seem bad. Bridge is always kind of awkward against prowess. I guess I can eventually empty my entire hand. Get Chalice. And then next turn I could just go Growth Chamber, Stirrings first, then Chalice. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Chalice is probably okay. I don't know if they have it out the Chalice game 1. And we already have 2 amulets in play, so we don't really care about drawing additional amulets. Yeah. It's also nice that 2/3 of our amulet access don't even just get around Chalice anyways, right? Gardens and Saga both don't care about Chalice, which is nice. Tell me that I'm worth some. No lands in play, by the way. How unlucky. EE for 1. The EE for 1 was a joke. I'm not engineered explosively on 1, chat. Please, that was a joke. They're attacking me, which means they have Bolt for Karn. I'm gonna take this. I don't think they would attack me unless they had Bolt. Yeah, it also kills Grazer, so... That's the main reason I can't pop explosives. I can't let the Grazer die. You guys realize if Grazer dies, I can't win. Mutagenic growth. Upstairs. I guess he knows about the Chalice, so it makes sense. It's a hell of a top deck. I'm gonna Stirrings first. Do I have enough to play both? 3, 8. I do have enough to play both. Had it the whole time. Actually didn't have it the whole time. Oh, man. Play this. Go here. Might as well explore too, right? There's, like, not really a lot of reason not to. That's the reason to do it as well. Alright, your turn. Your turn, REID. Yeah, Prowess doesn't play Skewer. He said GG. Yeah. Alright, easy game. Had the Azusa the whole time, by the way. No sideboard, I assume? I don't think so. I don't know if they're... Did the Prowess decks play Blood Moon or no? I feel like they usually don't, right? Because it cuts them off their green spells. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to the Prowess list and whether or not they're on Moon. Sometimes. Yeah. I think until he shows me Moon, I'm not going to board in the third Boseiju. Yeah, they probably have Alpine instead. What? Don't they play 3 colors? No, not this version of Prowess. This is just red-green. No, they don't play Iteration. So basically, they replaced Iteration with Questing Druid. So their green cards are Druid, Abundant Harvest, and I think that's it. Maybe some sideboard Ancient Grudges. That's more likely what he's going to have in the sideboard is Grudge. Yeah, but I don't think the green versions play blue. To my knowledge. To the best of my knowledge. So this has everything but a bounce land. I'm keeping. We got 10 bounce lands in the deck. I can't bring myself to mulligan the sand. Can't do it. You know, sometimes you're gonna brick, but the sand is just too high upside, I think. Say what you wanted. Dude, I'm unbelievably hyped for Atlanta. Or not Atlanta. Well, Atlanta as well, but Orlando this weekend, dude. I'm so excited. It's gonna be a great time. And they said it was easy. So, I actually think it's... What if I didn't expose my Amulet on turn 1 to Grudge? I almost want to go Grazer, put Cataracts in play. Is that wild? And then next turn I could just go double Amulet, bounce land, Azusa, go from there. I think it's actually correct. Yeah. And just save the double Amulet for the explosive turn. When he can't, like, what's he gonna do? Like, land, attack, pass, hold up Grudge? Like, if he has mana, he's gonna tap out, and then he's probably just gonna die, if that's the case. Like, if he doesn't hold up Grudge, he's probably gonna die this turn. Oh, if you want the playlist, you can just type ! playlist. Fiery Islet. Is this the fabled door game? No, we're not going to door him. Did have the growth. Grazer does nothing on turn 1 except saving 1 life. I literally explained why I played the Grazer. We went through this entire thing. I said why I played it. Okay, so math time. 1, 2, these 2. 4, 1, 4. So 2, this, 4 mana, 1 floating. This is 9 mana, correct? 9 mana, huh? Did we just go Ballista for 2? Kinda into it. What if I play this instead? I can only Ballista for 1 if I do that, right? Yeah, so that's just not worth it. Is it ever better to Chalice instead of Ballista here? I don't think so. I mean, the issue with Bridge is I still have 2 cards in hand, right? If I get Bridge. If I get Chalice... the downside to Chalice is he can just turn on Delirium. So I don't think I like that as much. I think I'm just going to get Ballista. I like Ballista here. Yeah, let's get Ballista. I think this is the safest line. If you know more. What's the win con in this deck? I mean, Ballista sometimes. You can also Door. You can also Golos, Emrakul. There's plenty of ways to win the game. You're not short on win conditions. Your main win condition is Karn for sure. Okay, that's type 4 for Delirium. Need the Lotus on top. Yeah, the Lotus goes really crazy here. Alright, they do have Blood Moon. But, I mean, this is, like, kind of fine. Fine-ish. Just get Haywire Mite. Although, I can't really do anything this turn. I guess I can kill Moon and play Saga. Is that better than getting... Yeah, it is. Play Mite. Kill Blood Moon. Play Saga. Play Gardens. Copy main phase. And I have nothing to do with my mana, so I'm just going to pass. Get Bridge and empty your hand. I think I'd rather do this. I think I'd rather answer the Blood Moon and get the Saga going. I could just make Saga tokens now. Well, now I can't. How was Blue Coffers? 4-1, it felt pretty good. Target nothing. Play the one he knows about. Oh, chat, you know what time it is. You guys know what time it is. No attacks, I think. Could have gotten a Cast Giganta. Oh, if I played the bounce land, did I have... Yeah, I think I had 2 land plays remaining. You're correct. Yeah, I could have played Giganta last turn. I should have. I thought I only had 1 land play left, but yeah, you're right. No, the blue-black coffers deck was surprisingly... It looked decent. I was relatively surprised by it. I am going to block. He has growth, that's fine. Okay. Timeless Lotus. What does that do for us? Not a lot. Oh, actually. No, I could just get the Haywire Mite, right? Makes Door lethal. Well, the issue is, if I get Door, they have a Blood Moon in play. Lotus Door. Guys. Oh, you're saying just get the Door and hope to rip a land next turn? Yeah, I only have 4 lands, chat. I can't do that. We have a land? Correct. I have 4 mana. Timeless Lotus costs 5. Timeless Lotus does, in fact, cost 5. Maybe not at FNM, but on Magic Online it costs 5. What if I just got Door and passed? That's the Chad play, right? Yeah, Chad play is get Door pass. I'm going to take the Chad line. We're going to go ahead and take the Chad line. Play land, though. I did! I played the land. I know, they have 0 cards. Like, this gets blown up if he draws Grudge, maybe? I guess if he draws Grudge, he can't flash it back, and then if I draw land, I can just go play Door, next turn play Lotus, right? And that's 10-minute activate. Because this is cutting him off flashing back Grudge. Kind of want to block, but I'm at a high enough light total I can take this. Pick up Giganta. Oh, God, you love to see it. You love to see it, chat. Get Doored. Get Doored. Get Doored. REID, I am going to show you the door. Showing REID the door. Do you think REID knows where the door is? Well, he's gonna find out. 1, 2, 3. Oh, please let me do it. No, he's gonna let me do it. Yes! Yes! GG's. Read, get doored. Hold on. This is the greatest screenshot of all time. Ready for this? Just this part. Doomwake activates an ability of Door to Nothingness targeting Reader Rabbit. Target player loses the game. Just that. Oh, man. Yeah, we beat a Blood Moon, too. That was kind of hot. All right, chat, you got to get hype. We got to get hype for that. We need some hype in the chat. I'm going to do a 4-1 prediction. Reed is like the greatest human being alive. Reed's amazing. This hand's broken. Well, needs a second amulet, but I'm going to keep it. It's Finkel's well-known second account, Princess of the Dark. Yeah, this is Finkel's alt account for sure. Yo, he's a hedge fund manager now? I didn't know that. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Alright, I'll resolve my amulet while you don't have Counterspell up. Yeah, I know Kai did well at the Modern Pro Tour. Counterspell, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. This is break even. They cannot counter Grazer. I mean, if they counter Grazer, we lose. I kind of want to start with Stirrings. Wow, those are 4 really good cards. Jesus Christ, can I take all 4? I part of me wants to take the second amulet. Is that good? I think it's right. Like, we already have 2 payoffs. I mean, it is kind of tempting to take another payoff to just play through a bunch of counterspells. But I think I like this better. And then we can go Growth Chamber. I believe my plan is to not play into Spell Pierce either. I'm just going to do this. If they let this go, I'm just going to go Forest Pass. I'm not playing this into Spell Pierce. I can play this entire game around Spell Pierce if I want to. That's totally fine by me. I'm okay with that. A-okay with that, Chief. They probably just... That means they definitely have multiple counterspells, and they just want to use their mana here and try to, like, flip Delirium to get more pressure going. Yeah, they obviously have second counterspell. They would never counter the Explorer if they didn't have a second one. So, are we still playing around Spell Pierce or no? I think so. You want to Grazer first? I kind of just want to go Forest Amulet, see what they do. I'm going to do that. Get Spell Pierce Grazer. Yeah, but I don't want to put a bounce land in play. I just want to hit my land drop this turn because I don't think I'm playing into Spell Pierce. Right. Hey, let it resolve. So, 1 floating. This is 5 mana. We could go for Golos. But we know they probably have Counterspell. I'm just going to wait a turn. I'm just going to wait. Not let them use their mana. Yeah, well, they get to use their mana anyways. Well, if I'm in a situation where I find a third amulet, I can double spell, right? And that's kind of why I don't want to play into Counterspell. I don't think waiting favors us. If I draw a third amulet, it does. Or a Gardens. I guess Gardens would... Yeah, if I draw exactly Gardens, it would have to be the next turn. But I'm just trying to see if I can give myself an opportunity to double spell. And play through a single Counterspell. Might not be worth it, but... See you, 4 dogs. You can already. They have main deck Blood Moon. Well, I guess we lose. Didn't think that was gonna happen. Shit. Main deck Blood Moon, huh? What were you saying, Valak Samu? What were you saying? He can't keep getting away with it. I kind of just want to go land pass. And wait 1 more turn. Because, like, if I Boseiju now, what can I really do? So if I Boseiju now, then I can go Bounce Land 4 mana, Grazer 7 mana, but I can't double spell, right? And I'm giving them another island to be able to cast Counterspell. But given that they only have 2 cards in hand, maybe it's fine. Golos puts it onto the field tapped, yes. So, I mean, I could Golos into Escape, but like you guys are realizing, I'm going to give them a mana, and they're unlocking this. They're likely to have Counterspell. I understand all of this, but I'm just debating if I want to play around Counterspell or not. It's probably fine, right? It's probably fine to just jam. Wait a turn so I don't give them Delirium. Well, they're still one type away, right? Even after killing Blood Moon, they're still one type away. Still we go a bed. I think I want to lead with Golos. Is that right? 7 mana. I think if one of these is resolving, if the first one's getting countered and the second one's resolving, I think I'd rather have this one get countered and this one resolve, right? Yeah, I think that's true. Oh, it also just didn't get countered. Well, I didn't think we'd get this far, chap. Fuck, now what? Golos for field plays around Pierce? Yeah, but I have to lose a land. And unfortunately, I cannot activate Golos, even if I get field, right? I mean, I have played around Pierce the whole game. I kind of still want to play around it. Another bounce land seems fine. Yeah, but then this gets pierced is the issue. I think it's better to play around Pierce. I could also just get Rot Farm, right? And then try to set up for just a manual Golos activation. Yeah, I was also thinking about just getting Gardens. Because they don't have Counterspell now. It's kind of close. Let's get Gardens. And then we'll just save our stuff for next turn. If they had Pierce, wouldn't they have kept up Island? Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's a good point. I think passing is bad. Why do you think passing is bad? Oh. That's annoying. They kept the card on top. Okay. Go. Interesting. So I guess I actually messed up. I should have copied the Amulet with the other one on the stack, right? Because then if they bounce the Amulet, I untap the Gardens again, copy the other one, use the one floating to play the other one from my hand. Yeah, I guess that's true. They do get to dig quite a bit for a counterspell. Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. I gotcha. Yeah, maybe it was better to just jam last turn. I mean, if I'm jamming, I think I have to get the, I think I have to get the Lotus Field if I'm jamming. Just gonna block while I can. Just gain 3. It's kind of what Grazer's there for, to gain 3 life. Now they go Murktide, hold up Counterspell. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. This is a little dicey now. Oh, well, they were going to play the Murktide anyways. It was exiled. I guess because this was face up, I probably should have held the Grazer. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. I should have held the Grazer. Well, what if they just don't have Counterspell, you know? What about that? What if they just don't have Counterspell? You ever think of that? They might just not have it. What if they just didn't have it? 1, 2, 3. Well, they didn't have Counterspell, and I bricked. Nice. Shit. That is awkward. Oh my god, I guess I picked up the wrong land. Would it have mattered? No, I didn't. I could have picked up this land with blue floating. Well, I have to make red black. You still can. No, I only have one land drop. How am I doing that with only one land drop? Mycosynth filters. Right, but if I play the Simic Growth Chamber, how am I playing the gardens? Copy Golos. That does not do what you think it does. Yeah, guys, Mycosynth comes into play untapped. Yeah, we're just dead. I could have had one more turn if I left the Grazer back. Tough game. That was a tough game. Alright, bring in these. I want to say Spike cuts the Azusas against Amulet, or against Murktide, which kind of makes sense. They just kind of die every time. Cliff, you don't even have to say it. I already know. We just have this mutual understanding. Get the Emrakul in. Why do you want the Emrakul against the Murktide deck? Isn't that just impossible to cast? If they're Blood Mooning you? Like, you just can't get to enough mana to cast it, right? I would imagine. Gigantha. Why is this better than Titan? Nobody said it was. Um... Interesting hand. I'm going to keep it. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to sequence this, though. My instinct is Saga on 1, Gardens on 2, and just YOLO. Like, that's the high roll, right? Yeah, I'm just going to go for the high roll. Does Titan get the show opponent at the door? I mean, maybe they could. They could if they wanted to. You just gotta want it. You just gotta want it more, you know? Stronger than I've ever been. They been to Blood Moon. That's not good. So I guess they're just missing lands. Alright, well, go. This is my hand. Need to find a bounce land. Yeah, they definitely have Moon in hand. Oh, god damn it. I always forget. I forget that this is... Oh my god. I don't know how I always forget that this just makes green mana. Because nobody ever makes green mana with it. Yeah, you're right. I'm dumb. That was Big Pepega. It's kind of a disaster, isn't it? Well... I guess I can Stirrings now and try to find a bounce land. But if I Stirrings now, hit bounce land, explore, it's break even on mana. Well, I kind of just want to play the Boseiju. That's what I was thinking. Like, play Boseiju, play Stirrings, copy Amulet, try to find a bounce land, hope they don't have Blood Moon. Obviously, that line is really bad if they have Blood Moon, but given that I fucked up last turn, I don't think I have a choice. It's a Mountain next turn. Yeah, but they just won't have the Blood Moon, it's fine. They just won't have it, alright? Look, I didn't play this match well. I won't sugarcoat it. I played like shit this game. End match. Wait, Timeless Lotus. Okay, that's not a Blood Moon. See, I told you, they just won't have it. It's fine. Have you considered opponent just not having it? Never mind. Well, I kind of deserve to lose this game. Just played like shit. I will say, this matchup does seem really bad. It's better if you're not playing like a moron, but, you know. Can't expect me to not play like a moron. Alright, even. Yeah, no. That was a tough last match. Tough last match. Doubters rejoice. Doubters rejoice. Alright. Per 4-1. No. Should have at least went to game 3. Yeah, that game was... That game 1 was definitely a win. If I just don't mess up. Oh well. That was cool, though. I had a lot of fun. Cool stuff. I don't... You know... People always ask me at the end of the league, like, what would you change? What would I do different? I don't really know enough about this deck to really confidently say what is good or bad. Like, everything felt pretty good, so I don't think I would change anything. Deck felt good. I liked it. You spun bankrupt. You hate to see it. All right, bathroom break chat, and then I think I wanted to run back the coffers deck with some.